morning, and I am actually a CPA by profession. And this is in the middle of tax season, so I actually should be working, but I felt like I needed a break, and so I decided to take the day, or at least the morning off. And that's my buddy Mike had me there. He's got a XR650L, and I'm on a KLR 650. And it's about 7 in the morning, I think, is when we decided to meet up. And we actually met on Craigslist, of all places, just looking for riding buddies, and become pretty good friends. And you can see our hand signals kind of suck there. And Mike's leading at this part because he knows this area better than me, and I think he wanted to turn off there because we have to go over this little range of mountains here that you can see we're going over here. And the way he wanted to go, I believe, had a bunch of dirt roads, which are obviously a lot more fun than these roads on those sport bikes. But we've got about an hour's ride to get out to where we were really hoping to hit some forest roads. And so I kind of hate to take, and I'm sure he knew that turn. He probably wasn't even looking in the mirror watching me honk at but anyhow, it's about an hour's ride out, about an hour's ride back. And we planned on spending about an hour or so riding up there with the hopes that I could get to work by 11 and get a hold of his where to work in. So here we are, about halfway there, and when we got to Carlton here, I told him to let me go in the lead since I know the second half of the route better than him, and he knew the first half of the route better than me. And if you have a riding buddy, you know, it's one of the fun things about having a riding buddy is kind of taking turns with one person leading for a bit and another person leading, and just kind of swapping back and forth. And I mean, I don't know how we actually decide who's in the lead when, but it's fun. It's one of the things that makes riding with a buddy more fun than not. So here you can see this road turn from pavement to gravel, and we're getting pretty close to the forest roads at this point. Quite a few people live up here. I'm surprised how many homes there are off of this road. So here's the road that we were heading to. I actually found this on Google, and there's no signs or anything, but just from looking on Google, I discovered that this was kind of a back way into the riding area where we like to ride. So we pulled over here, aired down the tires, and then hit the forest roads. And it's a lot of fun up here. There's just roads that twist and turn and go just about every which way. And I can tell you, it sure beats doing taxes.
I just go on this for a little while?
Yeah, I don't know where we're going from here, so wherever you want to go.
I'll probably just stick to
I'd stick to the main
travel.
Yeah, so we can find our way out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I followed Mike for a while here, and we drove west for quite a while, and then eventually turned east and ended up popping out back on the paved roads. And I've always wanted to figure out where some of these roads go to, so that was kind of fun. We didn't really figure out where we were once we hit the paved road. So you can see that gate there, and there's gates all over up here, which makes it kind of hard to plan a route on Google Maps beforehand because you'll come to a gate and it'll be closed. So here on the way back, stopped, took some pictures, got a little snack before we continued on back down the hill.
Go ahead.
And it was really fun up there. There's Mike hitting mud puddles. He hit quite a few puddles, and one big difference between our two bikes is he can hit a pretty big bump and not bottom out his bike. With the KLR, if you hit a pretty good sized bump, you're going to bottom it out. And here we actually passed somebody. There were a couple people that we saw while we were up there. There's more puddles, and he almost bottomed it out. I gotta tell you though, it sure beats doing taxes up here. It was really nice to just get up, breathe some fresh air, be out in the woods, and even though it was a pretty quick, another puddle, pretty quick trip, but it was good for clearing out my head. So we stopped here, put air back in the tires, and then continued back home. And while we were stopped there, a guy on a Super Tenier came by with his girlfriend on the back of the bike, or his wife, and they were heading up the hill, and he says he's up there all the time on that thing. I was pretty impressed, because I wouldn't want to take somebody on the back of my KLR. Although, you know, those forest roads aren't super difficult, but it would still be a challenge to ride up there with somebody on the back of the bike. And when you ride dual sports, of course, you're always looking for dirt. On a dual sport bike, it's the dirt that's fun, the pavement that's kind of a drag. But I got to tell you, compared to doing taxes, this was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed both parts of this ride. Look at that view. It was a fun ride. The pavement and the dirt were both exceptional. But unfortunately, reality bites, and here we are back in Beaverton on the freeway. So we're about to come to the end of my long commute to work / vacation or break from doing taxes here. And it's a beautiful day, good ride, good to clear my head. You know, that's the whole point of having a motorcycle, is that you just get out and clear your head and, have a good time. And so anyway, there's my office off to the left there. And as we go into the parking lot, you can see that there's several other people already working. And it's about 10:30, so I got here a little earlier than I hoped. But unfortunately, back to work.